There's a new team of paranormal investigators here to answer 2 questions about ghost hunting. Are ghosts for real? And
why is everybody white?
What we're playing, man?
Oh my God.
Well, if you are here, please reveal yourself. I'm Dalen, the leader of the group. We're 3 best friends who all had paranormal experiences as kids. Now that we're grown, we're not afraid to look for answers. Bro.
I can see why they say black folks don't do this stuff.
It's hot, man.
Yo, this is not no Magic Mike, dog.
I'm Juwan, and I'm a ghost brother.
Are you okay with us working together as equals?
We know what happens in every horror movie when the brother's by himself.
My name is Marcus, and I'm a ghost brother.
Time to pop the trunk on these ghosts. You all right?
It's just wires and cobwebs, homie. You are not welcomed on this property. Our mission is to hit the most haunted locations in America to prove that ghosts are for real. Juwan! We are the Ghost Brothers.
How's it going, people? This is CJ, and I'm here with Dee, and we are here to talk to 3 brothers that hunt ghosts. Ghost Brothers. What's going on, guys?
Right on, brother. Right on, brother. Right on, brother.
What's going on, my man?
What's like brothers, because we're talking to brothers.
Don't do that, man. We go all like, yeah. Man, we gonna make it black. We gonna make it black. We gonna be how black? Chicken, fried chicken. I don't care. So, you know.
You took it there. I'm watching Underground tonight. You know that, right?
So I guess for the, I actually watched you guys last year. Me and Dee had we talked to the guys from a paranormal what's the paranormal investigator show, and we had heard about you guys, and I was like, let me check these guys out and stuff.
It ain't even heard about it. Ain't even heard about it. I'm just gonna throw it out there. He said, hey, y'all 3 black geeks. Maybe we should have got y'all hooked up with the 3 black. Like, so just because we black. But at the same time, I was like, nah, that actually makes perfect sense because there's like a lot of questions.
Right.
I actually really like do.
Support each other, my brothers.
I was like, man, they sending us out there. Finally took long enough, and I thought to myself, I don't know, man, that might backfire because you gotta talk us up to getting into all this. And that's where we started actually. You know what? First off, going in any place scary. Why?
Man, because you realize, man, you don't see people like us doing stuff like this at all, man. And anytime you watch a scary movie, the black folks is always dying first, running away, or getting killed, getting snatched up. So we want to show people, man, we can be superheroes too, man.
Yeah, man, especially
And to add to that, we all know if in real life, if there was really a horror movie situation, the black guy would not die first. You're right. I don't know why Hollywood's been trying to force that down our throats, but we know the white guy wouldn't make it to the end. We know he wouldn't make it to the end because he has a bad attitude and he was the dumb one who told us to come out here. The brother's gonna make it through. That's what I'm saying.
No, for real. It's like we always get picked on. Like either we are way too overconfident, or for some reason we all like, oh Lord and Lou, here come the ghosts, and we like trip over our own feet. And I'm like, what brother in history has ever done that? I'm sorry, man. When we see scary shit, we run. So
ain't no stepping fetching on this end, man.
Nah, bro. So when y'all go out to these places, just first off, come on, the South. That's the first place I say, like, why do they, does that scare y'all to go to like plantations at nighttime? Does that scare you?
Man, to be honest, I think that was our first time, all 3 of us being on a plantation, man. So you kind of go into it with mixed emotions because you don't know what to expect. But I think once we got on the plantation, man, it was more so like like my ancestors, man, could have potentially been here. So it was more so of a reverent feeling, man, or like, you know what I mean? Something like that. Like it was different. It didn't feel bad. It didn't feel negative. Despite the negativity that happened there, we felt welcomed by essentially the spirits of, what could have been our ancestors.
Well, let's just be honest.
This is Juwan. Now, to piggyback on what Dylan's saying, don't think we ain't going that bad boy thinking we was like, oh yeah, we got something for these ghosts. If they think they was just gonna pick on our ancestors, we went in that way like we gonna pick these things up.
We went in that thing with a chip on our shoulder.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the size of the golden nugget.
Oh man, I I guess one of the episodes out of that first season that kind of like caught my eye was when you guys had visited the Underground Railroad, like one of the stops on the Underground Railroad. Like, how big of a deal was that for you guys?
So this is Juwan. That was huge, man. That was really huge. I think it was just the idea that the people that owned that property were abolitionists, right? And then to know that they were also white, and you were like, wow, like you just get an alternate perspective on what that was really like. You know what I'm saying? Because what we may have been taught is that that most overseers or slave masters were Caucasian, right? And so it's kind of like to know that we're at this property that was a stop on the Underground Railroad and it was owned by, you know what I'm saying, a white dude. It was kind of like, oh man, I guess everybody ain't bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because that was one of those things I was like, oh, that makes sense to actually do this in the show, because I don't know if it's not to say any other show probably wouldn't have done, visit that kind of place, but it's like, oh, it's actually kind of significant to see these three brothers like, hey, we visited a stop near the Underground Railroad. I mean, that's a huge deal.
But I was gonna say something like, you gotta think about all the energy that they go out there. Like you say, you feel like that's one thing straight up. Like you can feel the presence, and there's like an energy in around the area. It's like negative and positive anytime you go in, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So that being said, just being real, going on a plantation, that has to be mixed up, because at the same time, like you said, our people, were on that plantation, but at the same time, there's a lot of effed up stuff that happened on that same said plantation and stuff like that, and the same said like Underground Railroad and stuff like that. So yeah, that's got to be like not even, I wouldn't even say terrifying, but like you said, eye opening a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I think that it was. This is Marcus here. I think it was kind of unique though, because like we said before, when you do go into these, like, either a plantation or a stop on the Underground Railroad or wherever we may be that, has any type of like inkling of our, our history, you know what I'm saying? In that type of sense, like, I think when we go back, it's more so like we typically, like we said before, we get welcomed for the sheer fact that, I mean, if you go back, look at it now, there's more slaves on that plantation spirits than there are masses. So I think the tide doesn't turn, bruh. So I don't think it's going down live. I think the whips done changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. When it comes down to that, man, like I think that and then of course, we are the manifestation of our ancestors' prayers in these situations. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 young black men who are doing great things outside of just paranormal investigation. You know what I'm saying? We're doing entrepreneur stuff. We're doing we're very enterprising. And I think that it's just something that can be like really applauded with them when we come onto those properties, that we made it, and there was a better way, and there was an into the misery, and now there's a continuation of the glory.
Yeah, I mean,
so are you comparing us, Marcus? Are you comparing us to TSA and Get Out?
Yeah.
I guess, what, like, for the uninitiated, because I know there were some people that, like, I think last year after we were talking about Ghost Brothers, it was only like a handful of people that, like, all of us, like, talk to each other. I mentioned about Ghost Brothers, and it was like, what is that show? And I was like, yeah, it's just 3 black dudes. They go, different places and check out little haunted mansions, and they check out plantations and stuff. So I guess for folks that might be, new to what y'all guys do, like, what was kind of like, I guess, the secret origins of how y'all guys kind of got together for this?
Say it like this.
Yeah, man.
You better talk to Dalen.
Yeah, so this is Dalen speaking. So Juwan and I actually went to college together, man. We were at Clark Atlanta University. We met and we were pledging Kappa Alpha Psi. And, that's kind of where we kind of just, you pledging late at night, man. Like, you together all day, every day, all night, every night. You start talking about crazy stuff, bro. You start finding out, like, all type of crazy things that's happened to you. And then I remember Marcus was around the AUC, too, man, cutting everybody's hair. And, you know how you always, black folks, man, you always confide in your barber, man. That's like
but y'all pay us like a trash man, you suckers.
Right. Nah, man, talking to Marcus had a similar interest, and here you go, man. A couple years later, bro, we on season 2 on TLC.
That's crazy. I mean, it's amazing how you can just like, hey, give them a show. Let's go. Might as well. I mean,
no, I think I got a question though. Before all of this, have any of y'all had like as kids or even as teenagers, whatever, like something just went down, spooky, like ghosts, whatever. But have all of y'all had like something like that? Because me as a kid, my grandma, she lived in the middle of Carolina. There was like this old house in the back, and we used to run out there and try to walk into the house. It's all rickety. And now that I think about it, we could have all died because it was like a basement, and we on these 114-year-old old planks. We could have fell through and all that. But have any of y'all had experience as kids in like almost in the same type of situation?
Yeah, I think all three of us have, man. And it's funny now that we do this show, every time we meet people, man, everyone has a ghost story, bro. Like, everyone, the people that you would think wouldn't have one, everybody has something, man. Whether it's they Uncle Tony in the basement that they hear a sound from, and down home boots. Uncle Tony always got that down home boots. Because I know it's Tony because he smells like wood chips. And backwoods. Like backwoods. That's why. I know the spirit of my uncle is in here because I always smell remnants of backwoods smoke.
It's Old Spice and off. He has a good combination of the two.
I don't know what you talk about, man. My uncle, he smelled like Cools and like Crown Royal.
Cools and Crown.
Cools,
that might be a nice
man, bruh. And if I really think back hard enough, I can smell the juice on that jerry curl that you God, Negro. He was inflammatory. Good Lord, anyway.
I smell the flavor of my Uncle Tony.
But that also being said, though, but still, in that same vein, even as kids, well, actually not as kids, as grown men, have y'all seen anything? Like, actually seen, like, wait a minute, like, more than just a glance, but, you've seen some, like, hey, y'all want to leave? Y'all want to run? Can we just, like, go? Because I just saw something stare back at me. Has any of that happened yet?
Yeah, man. It seems like the more we do this, the more we keep, like, poking at that bear. And this thing's starting to get real now, man. This season we actually did. We saw our first full-body shadow figure, man. That was the craziest thing ever, man. But you can't explain it. You can't. You just like, it's one thing to hear something or to think you hear something, but when everybody can see something at the same time, bro, that's the scariest thing you ever lived through, man.
Nah, man. Even in that instance, I'm like, I don't want to like, describe the fear. Nah, come on. The eye is enough, but what makes you say, all right, let's keep on doing it?
Man, honestly, I think what keeps us going, bro, is the fact that we're like modern day explorers, man. We try to get our names in the history books, man. You got Malcolm, you got Martin, and you got the Ghost Brothers, man. Yeah,
there you
go. Don't forget Jackie Robinson. Don't forget Jackie Robinson.
That's going to be the
Jackie Robinson.
Martin and Marcus and them.
We just kind of be on the back of a church fan, like just kind of like, hey, these are people supposed to
know what? You know what, man? I always wanted that to be on the back of a church fan. I want old women to blow to.
Once we get into the church fan market, because once we get into that demographic, the church fan demographic, it's over, man. It's over. We're to the top. We're to the moon. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That might be something that TLC needs to do next year, is just get a whole bunch of church fans with our face. Don't be scared of the ghost. Only the Holy Ghost.
Speaking of churches, I never really do like the research on these things, but have y'all ever like thought of like, okay, let's go through a haunted church?
Yeah, man, we would love to. That was actually on the list this season, man, but it kind of got pushed out by some other crazy locations. But we would love to do a church, man. I think that would test our I don't want to say test our faith, but it would allow us to implement our faith more visually on the show.
Yeah, because that's something that's kind of missing nowadays. Like, I'm not saying it has to be like fully blown like Bible thumping or anything, but that's something that it could be kind of interesting to actually see in a show like this, where it's like, it's a little bit of faith, going down on this episode. All right, cool. But anyways,
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go, D?
No, I was gonna say I think faith has to go in anyway, man. When you're dealing with something that you can't explain, like something like the spirit world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something that that's just some issue you can't explain, not just yet or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I would love to see that. I don't want them to go. I do want them to go into like a church, but like nothing like nothing serious like an old Catholic church. Like an old beat up Baptist church. You know what I mean? Like they would serve. No, I'm not. It don't have to.
Some of the claims would be like, you hear an old tambourine playing every once in a while. Like, I don't know. I guess it might work, huh?
And like if you get really really quiet, you can hear that. You can hear like the old woman that's leading the choir that always said like, "Lord carry me, Lord, Lord carry me." It's like what it is. Like you get real quiet, you can hear that. I don't know, baby.
So I mean, so you guys, like, what is? I guess overall, I mean, do y'all see yourselves really just kind of doing it until y'all just like, we're kind of done with this, or just hey, just however long TLC or whoever else just has you guys around?
Man, we gonna rock those brothers, man, until God say it's time to move on, man. Like we put our faith in God, man. So we're very grateful and thankful for the opportunity, man. And shit, we gonna do it as long as y'all keep letting us do it.
Until we have to investigate one of us.
Right. Until one of us goes
on a special Ghost Brothers.
I got a question. Did any of y'all see that? Because this is all for me. When when it comes to like the paranormal shows, I catch every now and then. But the one that started for me, and I think for everybody, you remember that show on MTV called, I think it was called Fear or something? I always wanted to see like black people on that do that. Y'all actually doing that. So I want to say that just straight up. I think that's like amazing. I really think that's amazing. It took 17 years, but dope, yeah, finally got it.
Right.
Finally got it.
Yeah, I mean, and that speaks volumes, because in my head, like when I saw that, I was like Ghost Brothers. I'm like, I'm hoping it's not a gimmick, and then you watch the show and it's like, this is actually not a gimmick. This is actually really good.
Like I was thinking about something like, man, I hope they don't do nothing like crazy and nothing like. Nah, they actually went to the bayou. Yeah, you couldn't get me to go there, Negro. Nah, I ain't going.
I'm good.
What night? What is there a spotlight out there? No, I don't want to go out there then. Hey, man, nobody messing with complete darkness and wilderness. I ain't doing that. But I'm pretty sure they had the same conversation.
It's funny. It's funny you say that, bro. Like, because we be trying to get our audience to really understand that it is completely dark. I know on TV y'all see us in IR, but like what we see is not like that green light that y'all see us in.
Yeah.
Like, we don't see anything, and that's the scariest thing ever, to be put somewhere and that they said a massacre took place and there's somebody haunting from that massacre, right? And then it's like, all right, we're gonna turn the lights out, and maybe that's it by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. I think that's also the thing, because I remember seeing a couple of other ghost shows. I'm like, clearly they don't have a light showing. I think there's a couple of times where they might have one of their guys with a camera that might have their light, and they say, "Hey, shut the light off" or whatever and stuff. But it's like,
or it might be an extra light on or something that's like that.
Yeah.
Nah. This brother was inside. I don't forget which one it was. Which one of it was. One of y'all were by yourselves inside of an old slave house on a plantation, by yourself on a bed. I was like, bruh, you couldn't pay me.
yeah, man. That's
you sit there like, man.
Bro. They make you do stuff like that.
They just always edit out when I'm by myself. That's what it is. Don't let them think that you think that Dalen's the only one doing these isolations. They be having me and Juwan up in these little scary little spots too. They just be editing us out, bro. I'm telling you, they be mad crazy out there, dog.
So
it's so crazy, Dalen. Like that's edited. I was in that.
All right, hold up. Which one of y'all has asthma? Marcus. Bro, why are you out there, man? I wanted to say that when I was looking at it with my wife, like, this Negro got an inhaler.
How am I gonna pay for that inhaler, homie? I'm just gonna be honest. How we paying for the main? You got to be on the show. You got one or the other.
Man. And I was thinking the same thing. He's like, man, I don't want to hit this, man. Our ancestors look at us. I'm hitting the inhaler. They're like, come on, you being a punk.
Like, look at this guy. This guy.
I'm trying to live. I ain't trying to be with y'all.
I mean, because in my head, I was just sitting up there thinking, I'm pretty sure somewhere there's some nice looking chick that's just looking at this show, and it's like, damn, I really wish I could hook up with that guy, but that ain't Hiller.
Nah, that ain't Hiller. Stood up for me. Nah. See, he was about to get everything. Nah, he can't keep up. That hurts, man. God.
Well, homie, you better check my stats, homie. I can keep up, bro.
Bruh, I hear that though.
I guess what had me rolling though. Not rolling, but just kind of like in a very funny way. Like, I know y'all guys had a police dog that was searching for one of the bodies. I think it might have been early in season 1. What was that process to actually ask the police, like, hey, we're hunting for a body, in this this mansion, can we use it because we're also hunting ghosts too? I mean, was that kind of like a weird situation to ask?
No, it's actually kind of cool, man, because you don't even have to reach out to the police department, bro. There's like third-party companies and people that train these cadaver dogs. So we were able to reach out to a third party. We didn't want to reach out to the police, man. It ain't sound too good saying we found a dead body back there. But we ain't trying to get
I'm sorry, there's 3.
Right, and we in Ohio.
I'm about to say, where they Ohio at the time? I was like, yo, bro, I'm sorry. There's these 3 black guys said they looking for a dead body. All right, yeah. Investigating them now. Send 5 people down there.
It's like Ghost Brothers has been officially canceled. It's like Ghost Brothers has officially been canceled. Yeah, that happened.
Why? Mistaken it. Like, come on, man. We ain't stupid. Y'all see the news. We know what's been going on. I just don't want them to be victims. Is what I mean.
BLM. It's like I could just spell it out for you. BLM.
Yeah,
just saying.
Anyway, but yeah, man.
So y'all got the new season coming up, and I actually did see y'all guys' new episode. It was actually pretty awesome. You guys were in Indiana. And I got to say, the backstory for that family, was that kind of, like, weird for you guys going into that?
Yeah, man, that was probably one of the most horrifying and gut-wrenching stories that we've investigated, just because it dealt with so many different layers. Like, there was murder, there was sexual assault, there was all types of stuff, man, associated with that house. So it was kind of, I don't know, man. All of us was raised by women, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, to deal with a story like that, which is kind of hard for us, man. But, it is what it is. We were able to get through it and got some real solid evidence.
Yeah, and I was kind of like Detective Stabler on that investigation. So we,
Man, see, he's stable though, man.
That's a good pull, though. I gotta admit that.
That's a good pull, man. Look, man. I've been holding on. You know me, man. I've been holding on to SVU for like the last 17, 18 years, bro. Yeah. I need to give it up, bro. I'm saying though, man. I appreciate anybody that say a reference on that show is what I'm trying to say. But have you ever? It was so. When y'all go to any of these buildings, just real talk. Have you ever walked out after y'all done? Have you ever looked at the person owner and say, "Condemn this place. Just condemn it. Just burn it all to the ground. This is evil here."
Every place we go to, we don't understand how this place is still up and operating, man. This has to be against some type of laws or something, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Man, this got to be. I'm thinking like, yo, some of this got to be against OSHA, man. Y'all violating something in this.
And you know what's funny? We actually have an episode coming up in South Carolina where it's a spot that's actually it's a prison that actually sits right in the middle of a project. And I mean, I know this is just something that I know that we probably never get to one day to talk about, but like it's just remarkable to see like some of these locations and like some of like the mental ramifications that they have. Like there's an old prison in the middle of a project. So there's kids playing around it, and all they get to see all day, every day, is that old jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's just remarkable to see like what's still standing and how it's still standing and why it's still standing. Like we'll go to a spot that has like a family still living in it, versus like a spot that like people are welcoming it, versus the other ones where it's like we don't want this even in our community. So it's just kind of remarkable the things that you get to learn even behind the scenes as far as like just the way things work. Period.
They left the jail up in the middle of the hood, is what you trying to tell me?
Not trying. I'm telling you this, bro. It's in South Carolina.
Wow.
It's a old jail that had over 60,000 prisoners died there or something like that. Over the course of time, 60,000 prisoners died there. It's like one of the hardest prisons in the country, and it's still sitting in like a black project, a black hood.
Wow.
Like, waking up every morning seeing this jail, you know what I'm saying, and knowing that it's got like activity on it. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that's the real trap, homie.
That's a mental thing right there, man. It's like,
hey, like you ever woke up like you ain't gonna be nothing when you wake up. Look up, yep. Like, come on, like that's just that's a, you ain't lying. That's a trap by all definition of it. But yeah. So to see, you know, that I think, you know, like you said, all the story, not just the history, but like you say how they got there and all that. Yeah, that's got to be cool. Of all the places y'all been to though, what state is the most haunted to you?
Probably the House of Wheels, man. That's the place we went to in Cleveland, Ohio this season, and that's going to air this season. That's probably the most demonic place we've ever been to, bro. That place was a funeral home, and now the current owner leads the satanic movement in Cleveland out of that building. So it's crazy.
Holy.
He just cool. And he just cool. He just cool with all that crazy stuff that's just happening, right?
He's probably conjuring it up. He's probably like really conjuring it up.
So they still have services there. He has one of the largest antichrist art collections in the world. It's just like, bro, it's like if the devil and Satan, which would be the same person, had an Airbnb, it would be the House of Wheels.
That is a very good analogy right there. Airbnb, yeah.
Satan, man.
Airbnb, jeez.
Airbnb, Airbnb.
So, you know, you guys are doing this show and stuff. Have y'all like interacted with a lot of people that like live tweet your guys' show and stuff? You know, do y'all like join in on that? Because I know a lot of people that do shows, whether it's like The Flash or whether it's like, I mean, hell, I even seen people, some of the actors live tweet along with folks for like Law and Order and all that stuff. So do y'all like live tweet with those people for y'all shows?
Yeah, man. We do every week, bro. We
do live tweet every week.
Cool. I mean, have y'all like got anybody? I mean, see, I'm about to say something. I mean, have y'all gotten anybody that might have like gotten some positive takeaways from you guys' episode in any sort of way?
Yeah, I think what's probably the coolest thing for us, man, are the messages that we get from people that tell us stuff like, we've had a lady tell us that she had cancer and how she hasn't smiled in over a year. And now because of us, every Friday she's in tears laughing. We've had people tell us that they want to spend more time with their children, and their children only love watching our show with them. So thank you for giving us family time. Like, those are the type of messages, man, that like really inspire us and keep us going.
Yeah, because I mean, just the little phrases that y'all have, like "Let's go ghosting" and "Ghost Brother," you know, "Ghost Brothers ghosting out" and all of those little things. It's like, okay, you know what? I can go with this. This is actually pretty good. I mean,
yeah, people really like that stuff, man. So we can continue to bring humor, man, to people's lives and enjoyment and to the culture. But we do it for the culture, so
yeah,
we appreciate it.
I'm always about. That's what it's all about, though.
Yeah, cool. But you got anything else, D? Because I mean, I'm like fresh out.
I mean, they done told me, you know, what's a messed up place, and I asked them about, you know, slaves. Is there any other like stereotypical questions we can ask? What other, like, think like a hood person. What would a hood person say? That like, hey man, as y'all ever fought? Nah, I can't think of no other thing to cover all the bases of what I'm trying to say, because I can't think of.
Oh, we ever fought? There's actually an episode to a slight altercation.
Oh, really?
Episode. But we ain't gonna say no names. You cool, Juwan, over there?
Whoa. See, I feel like y'all are trying to play me. I'm gonna be honest.
No. I'll say this, Juwan. My bad, because we should have jumped in. That's right. That's cold 1 violation. We should have jumped in instead of watching you get your ass whooped.
That definitely didn't happen. That definitely did not happen. It was a sticky situation now.
On the scorecard, that ghost is up. Right. The scorecard, the ghost is up, bro.
Yeah.
You was down around.
Yo.
I mean, I'll say this though. I'll say this though. I will say like the show and just the way you guys interact, it does kind of remind me of like Ernie Hudson's character from Ghostbusters, where he's just like, "Hey, look, I'm the straight man. Clearly, there are ghosts that exist, but I'm not going to freak out. There's just crazy shit. Is there a check?
Right.
All right, cool. I'm here. Boom. Let's go."
Yeah, man. Speaking of Ernie Hudson's, man, Marcus actually cut his hair 2 weeks ago, man. So he was able to like share his experiences with Ernie. So it was kind of cool. It was like a passing of the torch.
Oh wow.
Yeah. If you go
That
Marcus
is.
Harvey, you'll see it down there. Yeah, it's kind of weird because like it was like we was cutting like the Jackie Robinson of ghost hunting for the black dudes, and then now it's like we the tiger. Well, not tiger. What the heck? There's a better analogy than that. But we taking it to the streets, baby. That's what we is.
Doing for the hood is what we trying to say. Nah, man.
For the hood.
But in a way, like I said, y'all guys, y'all actually, y'all, I want to say living out a dream, but y'all living out something that I always said, I always wish that we do. Like, I always wish that, like, well, why white people get to have all that fun? Like, really, just straight up. Why they get like, and I'm not even about ghosts because real talk, second I hear ooh or I see the house shaking and there ain't no wind going on, I'm running the hell out the house. But at the same time, I'm all about equality. It's like, whoa. I want to get scared shitless just as much as that white girl, okay? That's go. About America, right? That's what I want.
I have rights too.
I have rights too, dang it. Yeah, I want that. So, but I think that's like, like, this is just straight up. I love it when it's three of, it's us. It's not only just because it's black people, but the fact that it's 3 black men and it's positive. It ain't nothing negative and nothing like that. Oh yeah, we're gonna say some hood shit, but it ain't like, just that image that we didn't have as kids, because like we just mentioned Ernie Hudson. To us, when it came to ghosts, that's the first brother that hopped in our head is Ernie Hudson. Just because we were raised and all that, and the fact that I see, like, I love seeing unity with us. I love seeing us being positive. So I just want to tell you, y'all look good. Y'all good, man. Y'all, I love that type of stuff I see on television like that. You know what I mean? No matter how little, no matter how big, that means something to somebody, and that's awesome, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, we appreciate that, guys, man. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for having us, man.
Yeah, because my thing is like this: when it's always with black people, where it's always like we talk to each other, I would like say, like, yeah, we can be cool, yeah, we gotta be professional about it, all that. But at the same time, spill your guts just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, thanks guys for having us on, and folks, check out Ghost Brothers. They are on at 10 p.m. on Fridays on TLC, and I mean that's it.
Yeah, definitely catch them out, man. Doesn't catch them, man.
Make sure y'all follow us on social media, man. You can check out the Straight Ghosting website. You can also check out at Juwan Mass on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Make sure you check out the Barber Star, man. He cuts all the celebrities hair, including the Ghost Brothers. That's at D Marcus Harvey on everything. And then you got the leader of the group, man, the fearless one who will always get you into trouble but never get you out of it. You have Dalen and he is one of a guy, bro. So the 3 of us, we love doing this stuff for y'all, man. So thank you for having us, and you got to please continue to support.
Oh, will do. So I guess, and that's it. So we will catch you guys later. Peace out.
Metro Boomin, want some more, nigga.